Bleh. Yesterday I decided to go on my TUMBLE and ask you guys what you wanted me to make a video about, and one of the responses that I got was from the mad girl with a chair. Maybe some film reviews? So I think I can do some reviews for you guys. It's a bitty movie review. I saw a total of 12 movies this summer. Those are all the movies that I saw, so you know what I'm selecting from when I'm telling you this list. And I'm gonna tell you my top 5 favorite movies of this summer, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about them. This video will be as spoiler free as I possibly can make it. So starting from number 5, Pacific Rim. The whole premise of Pacific Rim is that there are aliens that come up from the water and invade Earth, so we create monsters to battle them. First off, the aliens. The aliens were awesome. You see them in the first 2 minutes of the movie, so there isn't any sort of like suspense driving to that. You see the monster, so you think you know what to expect, and then you don't. Second off, the supporting characters. Supporting characters were the comedic driving characters, and they really had, to me, the most heart, and I loved them. 3, for my Whovians, Owen from Torchwood is in it, and oh my god, is his character different. I was like sitting next to my mom, and I was like, you don't understand. You don't get it, because in Torchwood, he's like the sex character. Number 4, Lee Daniels, the butler. Saw this movie 3 days ago and it completely blew my mind. The premise of the movie is based on a true story of a man that worked as a butler in the White House. He's African American, and it all starts from his childhood, and so when he was working as a slave up until present times, which is amazing. And he worked in the White House for throughout 6 presidencies, I think. Really, the cast alone should make you want to go and see this movie. It has Alan Rickman in it, Jane Fonda, Oprah, Lee Daniels, the guy who plays the prince from Enchanted. Overall, it was just an unbelievably well put together movie. It makes you feel something, and that's really what movies should do. So go and see it. Monsters University. Oh, for those of you who don't know, which I feel a little uncomfortable if you don't know. Monsters University is the sequel, though really the prequel, to Monsters Inc. by Pixar. It's fun to watch as an adult because you realize all of the kind of archetypes that they're filling in the college life. And it was really interesting to see Pixar do a movie that takes place in college. Seeing Mike Wazowski as a little child, which is where the movie starts off, alone. Go and see it, and go to take your kids to see it. Number 2, The Great Gatsby. If you guys didn't see the video I made to individually review it on my channel, you should go and check that out. There'll be a link in the bottom bar. The Great Gatsby, in case you don't know, is based on the book by Fitzgerald. It takes place on Long Island. What up? It's basically a story of forbidden love. I thought overall the casting of this movie was really, really well done. The characters have a very specific look. They have a very specific feel. The Great Gatsby is also such a well-known piece of literature. It's a classic that there are very, very high standards to be met when casting these characters, and I thought that they blew them all out of the park. A lot of people have a lot of different opinions on the music of the film. I thought it worked really well. I thought it connected the past to the present, and it helped audience members realize why the book was still important and how it's still related to us, even though it happened in a very different time in our history. Which brings us to my favorite movie of the summer. What could it be? Star Trek Into Darkness. This movie had everything I look for in a movie. I am an action junkie. I don't like horror films, so I get that same exhilaration that people get from horror films watching action films, and it had so much action that was awesome. I am such a big fan of Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto, and them being, Spock and Kirk together. They're just so good. Which, I mean, also, let's get around to it, Benedict Cumberbatch. That man, oh my gosh. Perfect villains are ones who really think that they're doing good in their minds. They have a reason for what they're doing, and they really think that they are right. Benedict Cumberbatch's character was so perfectly on task with that. You knew exactly why he was doing what he was doing, you knew that he was passionate about what he was doing, and so therefore you liked him and hated him at the same time, and it was the perfect conjuring of everything. Most of the films that I listed are gonna be coming out on DVD soon, so I really hope that this has helped you make the decision of whether you want to rent it or buy it or watch it at all. Leave a comment and tell me what your favorite movies of the summer were. And as always, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up so we can expand the Viddy universe. Otherwise, I love you guys, and I will see you soon. I don't know what is happening to me. Later, bits.